All right, so we are getting ready to do Unit 5 and 6 today on triangle congruency. A couple of things that I wanted to walk you through really quickly is you are going to have your lesson today on Khan Academy. So hopefully this link goes directly to that website. If not, you can always Google search it as well. In addition, your homework for Chapter 5 is also going to be located on Khan Academy as well. So over here on the left-hand side is basically you can go through all of these videos and make sure you do the practice and the triangle congruence review that's available there. And it's kind of cool because it has some extra resources. So if you're not sure how to do a certain problem, I believe there's like an example that you can select and it'll show you a quick video on how to solve the problem. And then you can practice and see if you're getting the questions right or not. All right. So each one of these postulates that you learned today, ASA, AAA, all those are all reviewed in that one section of video. However, they left out one triangle congruence theorem, which is the hypotenuse leg theorem. So basically, all of these theorems that you're going to learn will teach you that the triangles are congruent if they have those similarity. So a hypotenuse leg theorem only works if it is a right triangle and if the hypotenuse is congruent. And in order for you to have a hypotenuse, you have to, if this is triangle ABC, this is DEF. In order for them to be congruent, then you have to have a right triangle that creates a hypotenuse, where the hypotenuse is congruent, and then so is one of the legs, and it doesn't matter which leg. But if that is true and it's a right triangle, only if it's a right triangle, okay, guys, then HL theorem applies for that one. All right. So for example 1, we have determined whether there is enough information to prove that the triangles are congruent. So we're going to do a little bit of review here. And what I know thus far is that they are both 90 degrees. So they both are right triangles. And so far, both of the legs are congruent. And if you notice, they both happen to share the same exact hypotenuse. So I know it's the hypotenuse because it's directly across from the 90-degree angle for both triangles. So is there enough information to prove that these two triangles are congruent? Yes, there is. Triangle VWX and triangle YXW are congruent by which theorem? Well, because they're right triangles, then they happen to be congruent by HL theorem. Okay? And they share the same hypotenuse, basically. WX is the hypotenuse for both triangles. Okay? You don't have to be too fancy when you're going through these, you guys. Just as long as you can tell me which theorem or postulate, that'll be enough for you to get it correct. All right, let's try example 2. Find the value of x for which you can show the triangles are congruent. So again, I have that they are, it's a right triangle. So both of them are right triangles. And they're both sharing this common leg here. So in order to show that the triangles are congruent, then basically the hypotenuse for both of those triangles would also have to be equal. So I need to set both of my hypotenuse equal to each other. So now I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to bring my x's over to one side by subtracting 2x on both sides. Then I'm going to bring my 19 over to the other side by adding 19 on both sides. And then I'm going to divide by 3 on both sides. So I'm going to get x equals 7. The question, I'm going to reread it. It says find the value of x. I just found the value of x, and it shows that these triangles are congruent by the HL theorem. All right, I believe that's it for this section. You have a couple of homework problems, and I've included the corresponding PDF. So go ahead and have at it. Make sure you guys use the Collaborate board for any questions that you may have. See you tomorrow at 8.